the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Now, your first alert forecast from Live 5 News.
Welcome back with us here at Live 5 News on this Friday evening. Very pleasant outside if you've been out and about at all this evening. It's comfortable, might even say a little cool out there with the breeze. Looking live outside into Somerville. Some spots seeing that breeze finally die down today. We have some onshore flow coming from the northeast, keeping us a little bit cooler, but still beautiful as we look into Somerville tonight. What about today? Below average or a high temperature. That's what we're expecting as this area of high pressure ushered in some of that cooler air. 77 degrees. That was our high temperature, at least recorded at the airport in North Charleston. Average high is right around 80. It's where we should be for this time of the year. Record high set back in the 80s, 92 degrees. This morning at the airport, we were at least pretty mild with that low temperature of 61. That's above our average of 57. So all in all, not a bad day. Can't complain about that in late April. Typically, things start to heat up quickly this time of the year. So we'll take a cooler day when we can get one. Right now, live radar is dry all across the board here. No issues with our radar. And really, most of you will stay dry through the entire weekend. We are getting into that time of the year where we could see an afternoon shower or two, really each afternoon, but chances are pretty slim. High pressure is in charge. You can see it's all the way up to our north, and it's actually that circulation, that clockwise circulation of air and pressure around high pressure that is pushing in that northeasterly flow into the region. Folks out to the west, thankfully, we just saw actually a tornado warning, a box that just disappeared from the screen. That is good news because look at what some of these folks dealt with today. This is a lot of activity. We don't typically see this many tornado reports, funnel cloud reports, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri as well. So really keeping those folks in our thoughts and prayers. Lots of damage with all of that storm activity today. Thankfully here at home this weekend, storm free, pretty nice actually. Temperatures right now, like I mentioned, feeling a little cool. We're in the 60s, even 50s in some spots. You can see temperatures across the country, especially here in the southeast, feeling a little below our average, but all in all, a comfortable night. Once again, it's that onshore flow, really almost direct onshore flow, easterly wind now pushing that air onshore. Once again, cooler air bringing us some comfortable temperatures. Speaking of comfortable, next few hours, not much movement really with our temperature range. Pretty steady temperatures, especially close to the coastline. We'll stay in the 60s. Inland spots in the 50s if you're getting up early tomorrow morning. Pretty nice start to the day. Tomorrow afternoon, maybe a few degrees warmer than what you felt this afternoon. We're back into the 70s all across the board. Plenty of sunshine as well. You can see this warm up, this gradual warm up, almost day by day, adding a few degrees. That'll continue into next week, and we're actually tracking some intense heat as we head into the first few days of May. For tomorrow, if you're heading out, maybe on the boat, beach, whatever you have going on, and if it includes water, do keep in mind we have a rip current risk really because of that onshore flow. And we see all of that pressing up the coastline. We do have a moderate risk of rip currents. So if you are planning to head out to the beach, keep that in mind. Water temperature continues to heat up almost 70 degrees. So pretty nice there. 7-day forecast into next week. Like I mentioned, the heat is on the way. We're in the upper 80s, almost even 90 by next Thursday.
Protests on college campuses are escalating as police departments and university officials push back on the demonstrations.
The protests have now inspired